So on a little trail down to the beach. Yes, there's actually a trail. And yes, the trail is actually maintained. I think this is the coastal trail. You can imagine if this wasn't maintained, you couldn't even walk through it. So up to the coast, this way. So I think the reason it's maintained is because this is a golf club community, and they were probably sold miles of hiking trails. And if it's not cleared, there's going to be golf club owner complaints. Oh, this is fantastic. Why can't the entire trail be like this? I imagine it's always about money, endlessly about money. I would imagine these people don't actually live here. This is just like a weekend house, or maybe a summer house. Okay, this is going to be a long video probably. It is a cool 55 degrees and a little bit misty, but not bad. Maybe you'd call it fog. Not enough to get me wet. Beautiful flowers. Boy, it smells great here. Boy, there are a lot of houses here. I would have never guessed that. Well, you're only about 100 miles from San Francisco. It's a maintained trail. I'll take it. Probably because whenever you can get an ATV with a 18-year-old and a weed whipper and a can of gas out, it usually happens. Another turkey vulture. Private property, no trespassing. All right, good time's over. So when you blow up my All Trails map to a fine detail, it does say private trail. So back to Highway 1. Oh boy. It's only about an eighth of a mile back to that little turnoff, and then back to the highway. All right, Highway 1, on the road again. I knew it just couldn't last. To have a cool bluff trail without some lawyers getting in the way and getting into legal battles. Don't take this trail, ever. I would say San Francisco to Mexico, I enjoyed it. I could probably be talked into doing that again because it was pretty Santa Cruz and all, Carmel. But this is just not a cool thing. I'm just gonna try to focus on getting down to Bodega Bay and then over back onto the peninsula, where it is absolutely a trail walk from there down to San Francisco, because I've already walked it. No, Sonoma County is not any better than Mendocino County, Forest Shoulder. Same stuff. Arrows, really? I didn't know that. I wouldn't have guessed. Hey look, it's starting to rain. So I just put out my thumb and got a ride to the next bluff, which was called Salt Point. The road from where I was to here was just completely shoulderless. So at Salt Point, and gonna walk south. We'll see if we can find a trail here and then take it from there. Here's the sign at the trailhead. You can kind of see Salt Point. The first CCT sign I've seen in a long time. Okay, so there's the trail, a lot more rugged. I don't think it's too well maintained. Well, guess I'll go back out to the road, and it looks like there's a better bluff trail about a quarter mile down the road, so go check that out. So I'm going to take this next little turn off. It smells good. It smells like eucalyptus. Just so this trailhead's closed. You can see at one time the parking lot was full of families, and now I don't think it's going to be maintained. Wild guess. There's the beach. So it looks like over there it's doable if I can get over there. If there's not a dozen trees that are down between here and there. Even an old sign. It's just a mess of poison oak and fallen trees. Down to the next entrance to the bluff trail, maybe that'll be better. It's like there are two Americas. There's the pre-COVID America and the post-COVID America, where everything is closed now. And most everything is just basically dying. Nothing gets fixed, nothing gets maintained. On the California Coastal Trail website, there's a GPS tracks for two girls who did it in like 2017, I think, called Mo and Joe. And they did show going this way, but that was pre-COVID. Post-COVID, nothing gets fixed, nothing gets maintained. Roadside grass doesn't get mowed. I'm not sure how a virus changed all that, but it's like a convenient excuse to just do nothing now. Fisk Mill Cove is definitely closed. Onward. This is a marker for the trailhead of the next trail. Well, we'll see. Somehow you get around that bay. I see trail and even people over there. So the trail ended. So try to walk around this bay. So this should go back down to the other side of the trail. Good news is someone actually did come through here and mow the roadside grass. Maybe Sonoma County is more interested than Mendocino County. Don't know. Well, the parking lot is at least open, and it looks like people are using it, so it must be walkable. So I just was talking to two gentlemen who actually are with the conservation area around here, and they say that from here on out is clear out to Highway 1 again. They say it's beautiful, so I'm very excited not to have miles of blowdowns and 4-foot high weeds. Anyway, yeah, so I told them about the just trail maintenance, and they all agreed. And it's like, well, what are you gonna do? You know, try to make it better a bit at a time. So there's the Stump Beach. That's where I was. Gonna go this way. Tons of wildflowers. Very pretty. It is beautiful. Well, this little part here is a winner. This is what I had hoped for more of the California Coastal Trail, but you know how that goes. here's my view. Little pelicans. I think that way out there is Walsh Landing. That's where I'm going to go for the night. Public toilets. Always a welcome sight. So leaving the bluffs and taking what's called the South Gerstle Trail, and it looks like it is maintained. Very used to people. Don't be so used to people. Wow, it's actually been maintained for a while. Weird. Enjoyable. Coming into Walsh Landing. Boy, let me tell you, it's a whole different game when you can walk on a mowed shoulder. Even if it's dirt and soft, and it doesn't matter, it's still just so much better. Walsh Landing. Lots of RVs. The Ocean Cove Lodge and Bar and Grill. So at the Ocean Cove Bar and Grill, nice burger, beer, set for the night.